Do you think they're ready for this?
I don't think they are.
We're building our own boat, and we wondered if you'd like to come up and help us.
100%, absolutely.
Bet you weren't expecting the video to start like that, was you?
I bet you were.
Were you?
Were you?
Were you? Was you? I don't know. What's the question we get asked more than any other question since we moved off the boat in 2021?
I know.
Go on.
When are you building a new boat?
I am not exaggerating. We get asked that question dozens of times a week. It must be over 1,000 times since we left the boat that we've been asked.
Oh, easy.
When are you building a new boat? So ask us again.
Go on then.
When are you building a new boat? Next week.
Yay!
Yeah, seriously. Next week. Where do you think we've been for the last 4 weeks?
Oh my lord!
Thought we were skiving, didn't you?
Yeah, you did.
But no, we are building a new boat, and we're starting the build next week. Like we haven't got enough on us plates already.
I never stop.
You don't believe us, do you? You know, they know what we're like.
I don't believe us.
It is true. We can give you some details as well. We've already got a place secured. We've got premises ready to start building the boat.
We have.
We've got all the materials sourced and priced up.
We have.
And ready to be delivered in a few days' time. And we've got a name for the boat already. And I bet you will never guess in a million years
I bet they do.
what we're going to be calling the boat.
I bet they do.
We've actually learnt a lot about boats over the years. For the last 20 years or so, boats have been involved in our life in one way or another, haven't they?
They have actually, yes.
2004, we got our first narrowboat, and that was built over in Poland, Gdansk.
In Gdansk.
I always pause because I always nearly say go dance.
Go dance?
Yeah, like a Yorkshireman would say, good dance.
Good.
Good dance. Yeah, you've had a drink, good dance.
Beautiful place.
It is, no offence to the people of Poland. It was a lovely place.
It is.
And that's where we had our first narrowboat built. And then
20 years ago.
20 years ago this year.
I was 14.
You were. So I wasn't born then, was I? Let me work that one out. And then when we came back from having that boat built and our little adventure on that boat, we worked out in the Maldives. And
we did, on donies.
Yeah, we were working on boats there. So the dive boats were donies, like wooden boats.
And yachts.
And that was a fantastic experience.
It was.
A little bit different from the Grand Union Canal.
Very different.
And then, of course, narrowboat Silver Fox, which we started building in 2018. So we've got quite a lot of experience with boats.
Just a touch.
We're not like masters of it or anything, but at least we know a little bit about it. And that's helping us this time around, because this time we haven't got a big team of boat builders that are doing all the planning and the working for us. The plans are already being drawn up, and a good friend of ours is helping us with the build. He's actually drawn the plans up, hasn't he?
He has.
Let's hope it doesn't sunk.
Sunk?
On day one, yeah. But there is one more person that I reckon we need to get involved in this boat build. Are you thinking who I'm thinking? Hello, stranger.
Hello,
Mate,
Kev.
you're right. Hi, mate, you're all right.
Hi. How's the all-day breakfast for €5 in Lanzarote going then?
She'll kill you.
Listen, we've got a favour to ask.
Yeah, thought. You normally do when there's two of you come on. Go on,
Yeah.
what are you after?
We're building our own boat and we're starting work on it next week. And there's only one bloke we know who could really kind of do a good job with us and look after us.
Keep it in
And we
check,
wondered
more
if
like, keep it in check.
Yeah.
and we wondered if you'd like to come up and help us.
Absolutely, 100%.
When can you get here?
Tomorrow morning. I'm on the way.
Oh, nice one. See you tomorrow. That makes total sense.
Completely.
Having Kev back on board. And I'm surprised, to be honest, that we were able to drag him away from his semi-retirement in Lanzarote or wherever it is.
Are you kidding? He's chomping at the bit.
He's chomping at something. He's chomping at his all-day breakfast for €5, isn't he? Walking round the marina, taking the piss out of the £5 million yacht, saying, I could do better than that.
Yes.
In a Scouse accent, obviously.
Yes.
But it is good to have Kev on board, because Kev was like the rock when we were building Silver Fox.
He was.
And I'm sure he's going to really help us out with the build of this one.
He was the one that kept our sanity together.
I think he was. It's really good to have him on board. Now, we know that you're going to have questions. Not just you, but you and you and you and you and you and all the others behind you.
All of you.
And we do want to answer as many as we can. But the problem with YouTube is that a lot of you ask the same questions. So there's probably about 10 or 20 questions that are going to be really common. But instead of answering them individually, what I thought would be better is if you put all your questions down in the comments in the video.
Oh, yes.
And then what we'll do is we'll pick out like the most popular ones that lots of people are asking. And we'll answer them all together in a vlog in a few weeks. I think that's the best thing to do.
I think that's the best thing to do, yeah.
We've got the premises sorted, we've got the material sorted, we've got the people sorted, the plans, everything is ready to go.
It is.
But we're not quite there in terms of starting the build. And what I don't want to do is start answering questions now and then things start changing or jinxing anything. I think that's what I'm most afraid of, is just jinxing it. So leave your questions in the video description. What are you looking all shit?
I'm going to say, our lips will be sealed until the vlog.
Your lips have never been sealed, love. But what can we tell you about the boat?
Nothing.
Well, you can't because your lips are sealed, aren't they? You've just said that. It's going to be very traditional.
It is.
Built in a traditional way from traditional materials.
A traditional man.
Traditional to a tradition. Yeah, there's a lot of tradition to it, I think. So we're going to keep it very simple. I mean, the other problem we've got is getting things delivered up here to the Highlands. You wouldn't believe it. You would think that we're out in, I don't know, outer space.
You'd think we were in the North Pole.
It's easier to get something delivered here from like Australia than it is from England.
Can we get everything from Amazon? They're pretty good.
I tried to order a book from somebody in England and they wanted 40 quid in postage and packing. It was £2.39 on Royal Mail.
Yeah.
And they wanted 40 quid for post and packaging. Just because we're up in Scotland, they think we're out in the middle of nowhere. Now, luckily, we've managed to source a lot of the materials locally, but there is going to be a few bits, I think paint for one, that we're going to have to get in.
I think so.
Kev can bring that.
He can.
He's a good painter.
Yeah.
You might be wanting to know about timescale.
We don't have a lot of time.
That big, that long. Well, this is a difficult one to answer because we've actually got a heck of a lot going on at the moment. It's been such a bad spring and summer and the bees have really been struggling. So a lot of my time's been spent with the bees. And of course the heather is just starting to come into flower now. So heather honey is going to be on its way. So there's going to be a lot of building frames and adding supers and extracting honey over the next 2 or 3 months. On top of that...
The grass keeps growing.
The grass keeps growing.
God.
We've got a wedding in a few weeks' time.
Have we?
Which is still taking
me
and Lewis.
Go.
Or is it you and your friend, what's his name? I've forgotten what his name is.
There we go.
Phil. So we've got a wedding coming up in a few weeks, which we've got to get that out of the way. And I need an operation.
Yep.
I need an operation on my groin.
I thought it were a lobotomy.
Yeah, all right. It's a ligament that needs sorting, which is going to put me out of action for about 3 months. With rehab and physio after I've had that done, and I'm not having that done until after the wedding.
Yes.
So we've got quite a lot going on. So in the short term, it's going to be more of a part-time project, and we might only be working 1 or 2 days a week on the boat.
Yes.
And so we'll still give you updates on that as and when it comes along, but it's not going to be a full-time thing straight away, is it?
Not straight away.
So as for launch, we don't know about a launch date yet. We don't even know where we're going to be launching it yet, to be honest.
Oh.
We've got to find a lorry, haven't we?
Might have to build a pond.
Or a big roof rack.
A big roof rack.
So before we go, do you want to have a look at the premises? This is where we're going to be building it.
Woohoo.
Looks all right, doesn't it?
It looks absolutely smashing.
But what are we going to call it? I reckon they've been thinking. I don't even think they've been listening. I reckon they've been writing names down.
They've just been getting giddy.
What is the only name we could call our next boat?
Matilda.
What? It's going to be Silver Fox 2.
It is.
Can't believe it. I never thought it would happen. Silver Fox 2. So if you're not already, subscribe to the channel. Click like on this video. And if you hit the notification bell, YouTube will let you know every time we release a new video. The build will start literally next week.
Hopefully.
Well, you told me next week. You told me I could say next week.
Depends if I'm tired or not.
Well, you're always tired. We hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you next time. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Ta-ra.